Hello boys and girls, I hope you're all doing well. It's me, Mrs. Barnett. I am doing our video outside today. It's such a beautiful sunny day and I just thought we could just be out here in the nature and enjoy the sun and the breeze. So if you're on a device that you can take outside, then maybe you can do this outside with me, and if not, that's okay. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a very special book today. It is one of my favorite kids books, and it's also Johanna, my daughter, her favorite too. She thinks it's so funny. So let's go ahead and get started. This book is called A Horse Named Steve by Kelly Collier, and it is written and illustrated by her. Alright. A Horse Named Steve. The best way to do this. This is Steve. Steve is a fine horse, but he thinks he could be finer. He wants to be exceptional. That means special. And by the way, this is a good time for me to stop for a moment. That is our vocabulary word for this book, exceptional. To be exceptional, or for something to be exceptional, has to be special or extraordinary. You all know that word. Steve has heard that some horses get to wear ribbons. Sigh. One day, while walking through the forest, Steve stumbles across a beautiful gold horn just lying there. Can you believe it? Ribbon schmibbon. How lucky is this guy? Steve smells the horn, sniff sniff. Steve tastes the horn, lick lick. Finally, Steve bites the horn. And then Steve knows this horn will make him exceptional. Woot woot! Steve straps the horn to his head. Too bad Steve's horn didn't come with Velcro. Over, under, around, and through. And gallops off to show his friends. Whoosh! Check it out. Pretty amazing, huh? I'm so fancy. Way better than a ribbon. Don't you love it? Exceptional, don't you think? So I just saw it and thought, Steve, you could really do something with this. And I'm so glad I did, because I'm an exceptional horse now. Bob, you really should find a horn too, because you're looking kind of ordinary. Oh, brother. But Steve, says Bob, I don't see a beautiful gold horn on your head. You are not exceptional. Huh? Oh no. Where is my beautiful gold horn? Cries Steve. This is one shocked horse. Steve looks everywhere for his beautiful gold horn. Under here? Nah, it's no use. Steve can't find his beautiful gold horn anywhere. Wow. Cry, 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 cry. Steve is devastated. That means really, really bummed. He is dragging his feet. That's how you know he is really sad. Mr. Mopey Pants. All that crying has made Steve thirsty, so he stops for a drink. Serious dry mouth here. Then, lo and behold, that means, oh my goodness, look at that. There in the water is his beautiful gold horn. Steve reaches for his horn, but he can't quite grasp it. So he reaches further, and then a wee bit further. What do you think's going to happen? Splash. Hey, watch the branch. Poor Steve. He is hornless and drenched. That means really, really wet. Still no luck with the horn, huh? Too bad. It was really exceptional. And now his friends are having special things strapped to their heads, and he doesn't. Uh-oh, here come the waterworks. But suddenly, Steve notices something. Hey, wait a minute. All of you look exceptional, says Steve, but I just realized I look exceptionally different. And that means Steve feels special again. I love the natural look he's got going. Very stylish. How does he do it? Steve. He is such a trendsetter, this guy. I hope you all enjoyed that book. I know I enjoy reading that book. I think it's so funny. But it's also a good reminder that it's not things that make us special. It's just what is special about ourselves and on the inside. And the way we feel about ourselves. And that's what stands out about us, is what is on the inside and not what we have around us. Okay, so we have our little sight word activity. I have a sight word written, you might have just seen it. I have a sight word written on my little dry erase board here, and I want you to try to guess what it is, okay? So it starts with an S, and the last letter is a D. And there are 4 letters, and it rhymes with bed, but it doesn't have an E in it the way bed does. It's one of those tricky sight words that is not spelt the way it sounds. Any guesses? Okay, you ready to find out? Your sight word is said. Okay, spell it with me. S-A-I-D. Spell it with me one more time. S-A-I-D. Okay, now I want you to write the word said in the air. S-A-I-D. Now I want you to write it on your hand. S-A-I-D. Now I want you to write it on something that's in front of you, a flat surface that's in front of you. So it could be a table or a chair or maybe just even your lap. Write it on the table. S-A-I-D. Now, if you have a pencil or a crayon or a marker or a pen, anything to write with, and paper in front of you, I want you to write it down on the paper. And if you don't have one, maybe you can pause the video and go grab it. And if you don't, that's okay too. Okay, so what is the sight word? Said. Okay, ready? So we're going to play the what's missing game. I'll show you the word. I'm going to erase a letter. And you have to guess which letter I erased. Alright, let's see here. Okay, ready? What's missing? Did you say I? If you did, you were correct. Okay, here we go. I'm going to erase another one. S. I erased the S that time. Okay? What's missing? The A. Last one, easiest one, because you just saw it. D. So how do you spell said? Did you say S-A-I-D? Good job. You're so smart. Okay, so next we are going to practice more with nouns. Nouns are those special words, and there are 4 different types. Can you remember the 4 types? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Okay, let's say them together. Person, place, thing, animal. Now, if you have somebody by you, or if you have something to write with, or even just a stuffed animal that you can talk to, I want you to tell that person or animal or paper, you can write down the paper, I want you to think of the 4 different types and come up with an example of each one, kind of like how we did in the last video. So think of a person, a place, a thing, and an animal. Okay, and then you can always pause the video to have enough time to do that. But let's go ahead, and if you're ready, let's move on to the next activity. So I have a few sentences written down, and you're going to help me find the noun in each sentence, and I'm going to circle it with my pink Sharpie. Okay? So the first sentence I wrote, you might be able to see it. Read it with me if you can see it. The boy was running. The boy was running. Which of those words is a noun? Are any of those a person? Yeah. Boy. So boy is our noun, so I'm going to circle it. And if you'd like to, you could write that sentence down and circle the word boy on your own. Okay. It's not very light. I'm sorry, it's not very dark. It's kind of light. But if you can read it with me. The next sentence. Let's go to the store. One more time. Let's go to the store. Are any of those words a person? No. Are any of those words a place? Yeah? Which one? Store. So we're going to circle store. That's our noun. Okay. Let's look at number 3. Read it with me if you can see it. There is a seashell on the ground. There is a seashell on the ground. Which of those words is a noun? Is there a person? No. Is there a place? No. Is there a thing? Yeah. Which of those words is a thing? Did you say seashell? If you did, you were correct. Seashell is our noun. It is a thing. Okay, last one. The deer was eating. Which of those is a noun? Is there a person, place, thing, animal? Yes. A deer is an animal, so that is our noun. Now, if you'd like to, I welcome you to write 1 or 2 sentences with some of the nouns that you thought of. Okay? You can always pause the video to have time to do that, or you can do it after the video, or you could just speak your sentences with the noun. It's all optional. It's up to you. Okay. Let's see here. So our last video, we were learning about and kind of reviewing finding halves of shapes, right? We worked on that a lot before spring break. And now we're going to think about halving objects. So if you have some things, we're going to try to find half. So let me show you what I mean by that. And also, this is a good time to pause the video, and I want you to find some things, some small things that you can work with your hands. It could be Cheerios, it could be Legos, it could be grass from your yard, or some leaves, rocks, anything you have around the house that is sort of small that you can have in front of you and move around. Pause the video and go grab some of those things. That way you can do this with me. Okay? Alright, so let's start by using our handy egg carton, which you all are familiar with. We use these a lot in math. So I found these little puff balls at the Dollar Tree, and I thought these would be easy to use for finding half. Okay, so I'm going to put some of these in our egg carton, and you're going to help me find half. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay. So how many puff balls did I put in here? Whoops. It's running away. I put 6. So what is half of 6? It means how could I split 6 into 2 parts equally? Could I have 4 and 2? Is that half? No, because 4 is more than 2. What do you think? How could I split it in half equally? What about 3 and 3? Are those equal parts? Yes. So if I wanted to show half of 6, I would take away 3, and I would show 3. That is half of 6. Let's do another one. This is your opportunity to do this with me now. So if you have something in front of you, I want you to grab. Let's do 8. Let's put out 8 objects. And we're going to find half. Okay. What is half of 8? How can I split 8 into 2 parts equally? Could I do 5 and 3? Is that half? No, that's not equal. 5 is more than 3. What do you think? Use your objects to find the answer. What about 4 and 4? Is 4 half of 8? Yes, it is. So I could take away 4 to show that 4 is half of 8. Okay, now I have some other things besides the puff balls to use for fun. I have some, let's see here, I have some little fish. I've got 4 of them. So there were 4 little fish swimming in a pond, and half of them swam away. How many are left? Let's see. Half of 4 would be 2, right? 2 and 2. So 2 is half of 4. Okay, let's see. We already did this, but we're going to do it again. There were 6 little fish. Can you see the 6? There we go. Swimming in the ocean, and a shark swam up and ate half of them. How many are left? Half of 6 would be 3, right? Got 3 and 3. Okay. Let's see, let's do, I've got something else in here that I just found in the yard. Flowers. So let's see how many I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've got 8 flowers. What is half of 8? What is half of 8? I split 8 in half equally. So I picked a bouquet of flowers, and I wanted to give half of them to my mom and the other half to my grandma. So I have to make it equal. What is half of 8? Did you say it is, whoops, this is hard to do. 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4? If you did, you were correct. So now no one's going to get their feelings hurt. It's equal. Okay. Well, boys and girls, that's all I have for today. I'll make a new video in a few days. Don't forget that you can, if you want to answer any of the questions directly to me that we learned about today, you can comment on the video, or you can have a parent help you. Email me or text me. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your feedback on what you liked about the videos. And it's just a fun way to keep in touch with you, because I miss you guys very much, and I hope you're all doing well. And I hope to speak to you soon, okay? Have a great day.